Let me talk about the past. We have here the World and the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. The World is a card that indicates a lot of opportunities coming through from the external environment. This being a love reading, it basically means you have a lot of options that are made available to you. You have a lot of suitors that are coming through. And I honestly feel like a lot of you might have recently broken up with somebody. You're still in the healing process. You're going out with your friends, your guy friends, your girlfriends, having, guys night out, girls night out, etc. But you're still keeping yourself very sequestered, like secluded from the dating environment. And honestly, I feel like some of you are nursing a broken heart because I feel like there's this love sickness overall, this energy where you're thinking about a person from the past, or you are still not 100% healed up, and you might be waiting for their return, and you might not be moving ahead with your love life, okay? Meaning putting yourself out there to date other people. And we have as well the Knight of Wands. If you are specifically dealing with a fire sign, there has been some type of indiscretion, I feel like, with this person. So this is another Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. And, this is somebody who's very, 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 very courageous, great sense of humor. They care in a very deep manner, but I feel like there might have been some issues with fidelity or even stepping out on a relationship or even deception associated with this person. So they can be, this sun, moon, or rising, but the energy that they exude is somebody who's very well traveled, who's like here today, gone tomorrow. And I feel like they might have also traveled to many, many cities, traveled to many, many countries around the world. So it's someone who's very worldly. And they're not cut out so much to be a relationship partner. When the going gets rough, they tend to bounce. And it seems as if they're running from something. Okay? So very courageous. I feel like generally a good heart and somebody who has been around, like who travels quite a bit. So if you have dealt with this person, I feel like I feel like you might be still waiting for this person to come back for some of you. And for those of you who are still dealing with this person as a romantic partner, there might be some issues when it comes to fidelity, lies, deception, and, whether or not somebody is truly committed. So commitment issues and fidelity is coming through. The foundation here is something that you're thinking about, something that is known to be true. You're coming into the month with the knowledge of, okay? So we have here the Five of Cups. This is a card about regret, sadness, and ruminating over a situation that is outside of our control. And this is also a situation where there might have been people leaving your life. Somebody have left your life. And I have as well the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So the energy of this person here is somebody with children. And they're very nurturing, very, very loving. In the reverse, they might be a little bit more of a micromanager when it comes to how they express their love. They might be a little bit clingy and jealous as well. So I feel like you might have tried dating, and this person has proven themselves to be a little bit like, I want to say, like, not as caring, not as nurturing, a little bit lacking in responsibilities. And so you're not sure this is the right person for you. And I feel like you are leaving that behind. You're leaving that person behind, or you have left that person behind in the past here. Which brings us to the present situation. I feel like majority of you are coming into this month single, wanting to start over, wanting to branch out, wanting to travel, and wanting to just, be the bachelor or the bachelorette and not have to deal with relationship issues. And I feel like some of you are thinking like, oh, I'm fed up. Relationships are complicated. It's too hard. I'd rather be single. And because you have this really strong, vibrant energy where you're comfortable being on your own, you're very happy being on your own, we have here the Judgment card, where you're going to have contact from the ex. You're going to have, some people coming back into your life, wanting to reconcile, chasing after you. So as soon as you decide to move on, I feel like the other person is trying to communicate with you because they see you drifting away, okay? So I'm sensing here, some of you might have been dealing with this person for the past 5 years. And I feel like there's really strong chemistry. Like it's very, very strong. And the way that you know, when a relationship is very long lasting and very deeply rooted, you feel like, oh, they're at fault for this, and they're feeling you're at fault for this. So it seems like there is a major impasse as to who's at fault, who did this, and so much has happened overall. Every time you try to leave, and I feel like they know how to, you know, lure you back in. And so the situation that's playing out here, it seems to me very cyclical. And it seems to me as if it's the same pattern that needs to be broken. And with that, communication, talking things out in a very, I almost want to say like objective manner so that you can understand what exactly the problem is, because it seems like very cyclical. It seems like, you know, as soon as you're ready to move on, they might try to reel you back in, and they might try to re-engage with you and have a relationship start again with you, like have a you know, a second chance with you. And so that's just something I feel coming through. Fire sign energy, very strong fire sign. So sun, moon, or rising, okay? And crowning this reading is something that you're thinking about. I need to pull out another card here. Excuse me. So I only have one card. Okay. So we have here, in the crowning energy is something that you're thinking about. So first, we have here the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands basically indicates communication and contact. And it's linked up here with the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a water sign. So this is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is somebody that you're going to be hearing from as well. There's going to be communication. There's going to be contact from this person as well. And I feel like a lot of you thinking that you want to be the one to reach out to this person. Okay. So you have a few like blasts from the past coming through. And you know, it is also Mercury in retrograde, and it's going to be happening on April 9th all the way into March 3rd. And the retrograde energy starts 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after as well, the shadow period. So there's a lot of energy here for exes coming back, people wanting to re-engage with you, trying to resolve some issue. If you are dealing with a water sign, I want you to be just a little bit careful, because I feel almost like there's lack of compatibility. First of all, it's elemental, you know, opposites. But at the same time, I feel almost like this person is a little bit flirtatious. Okay. Seems a little bit flirtatious to me. So let's look at this card here as the Knight of Cups. This is somebody who's directed and sincere. When it comes in the reverse position, I almost feel like they love themselves a lot more than whoever they're involved with. So it's somebody who is who plays the role of you know, a lady or a gentleman who's perfectly on paper. In person, they seem really nice, they seem very cultured, they just seem like very polite, but I feel like deep down there's some sense here of you know, like I'm just feeling that there's lack of sincerity. So be very careful if you're trying to re-engage with this person and you're trying to reach out. Just be a little bit careful, okay? Which brings us to the present, and this is going to be in the future position. We have here the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is basically, this is a renewal in love, or this is a new love relationship. For those of you going through cyclical patterns where you are not able to see eye to eye, or even if you're in a situation where as soon as you decide to move away, the other person comes back or comes back after you. I do sense that, you know, if it's a stable relationship, if there has been a lot of conflict, you're with somebody that really cares a great deal about you. And this is the month in which I feel like you're going to have to overcome your differences in order to get to the fundamental truth that you both have a lot of love for each other. And I feel like it's going to need to be expressed in a softer manner here with this Page of Cups. It's going to need to be expressed in a softer manner so that the other person doesn't feel snubbed or doesn't feel underappreciated, okay? And we have as well the Eight of Coins, working towards a relationship. Okay, this is in the reverse position. So I feel some of you, once and for all, might be able to break, some of you might be able to break relationship patterns. Okay, so I feel like you are shifting energy either from like a fire sign, another fire sign, to a water sign, and you're going to feel renewal and love in a new relationship, brand new relationship. Singles, get yourself out there. Okay, this is a really good month for you to meet new people and to be able to let go of the past and to overcome this lovesick energy that I felt at the beginning of the month. And we have another air. This is a water sign, excuse me. Brand new water sign, Page of Cups. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, that can really put things into perspective for you. Somebody who has a very soft energy. And I sense that there isn't going to be that sense of competition with them. There's more camaraderie. There's more cooperation. If you have dealt with somebody in the past where there was a lot of ego conflict, okay, I feel like every time you try to leave, they might have tried to reel you back in, and they might have, contacted you. And so I feel you are moving away from that. Whatever you have invested in the past relationship, I feel like you're letting it go and you're moving on with a new person. For those who have broken up and are trying to move on, you're going to successfully break that cycle for this month. And for others in a married or, in a partnership, work at your partnership, because I just feel like you really love each other. This is a really big card here that indicates, like two people walking through the ups and downs in life together. And if you have had some type of a slump, the end of March, and especially coming through in the beginning of April, this is a card to remind you, placing values in the right person. You are with them for the right reason. So it's just really important to resolve issues when they come through. And if the issue is in regards to trust issues, infidelity, things like that, and I'm seeing somebody, somebody like, I'm seeing somebody being pregnant, and there might have been, flirtation outside of the relationship. So while if you are like a female Leo watching this, I'm seeing like a situation where you might have been at home taking care of the kids, or you might yourself be pregnant, and the partner, either in the work environment, there has been some dilly-dallying outside of the relationship, or you're hearing about that and things like that. So I feel like it's a situation where you have a lot of resentment for that partner, okay? And resolving the conflict is going to be very crucial for you. So we see some finality, we see some closure happening for you guys in your love relationships. And I feel like the past few months, you were trying to find your direction. You were trying to find clarity as well. And so this is the month in which, things will be brought into realistic focus for you. So you know what you need to work on, and you know who is true to you and who's going to be there for you.